for Crossroads, where we discuss the ins and outs of youth and sports development. Join us live on NTN and Facebook every other Thursday at 7 p.m. to be part of discussions on pertinent youth issues. You do not want to miss it, so I'll see you there.
Good evening and welcome back to your favorite show on national television, Crossroads. I am your host, Kareem Nelson, as always. And just remember, Crossroads is brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, and it forms part of the Virtual Youth Development Program. As I said earlier, Kareem Nelson here, and I'm joined by
Jacques Wooding, and we are so happy that you will be joining us for this evening as we discuss a very important topic. And I think it's very timely as well that we're discussing this in March, as we had just celebrated International Women's Day. And I say celebrated as a grand scheme because our government did take a great move in terms of passing the domestic violence bill and really recognizing the need for such legislation for women in St. Lucia in this day and age. Right. So for today's show, we are actually on the theme of women as change agents in society. And I feel like we have some great guests who will be playing into that theme, don't you think so?
Yes, I think we have some excellent guests this evening. And we actually have one right now with us. I don't know if you want to make the introduction.
I would certainly love to make this introduction as someone myself with a unique name. When I heard this young woman's name, it really just spoke to us about her presence, even before we met her. Omega Alexander. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, I'm doing fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well, and I'm so excited that you're here with us because, well, you're a musician, you're an artist,
yes,
and in this day and age, I mean, myself as an example, I feel like young people are really losing touch with the Creole language. Mm-hmm. It's something that we could, well, like I said, myself included, it's something that we could look at a bit more. I feel like Kareem is more fluent in Creole than I am, but you're making the moves to create Creole music and really put yourself out there and create inspirational music. So I can't help but to wonder how you ended up on this journey. Like, what's really made you realize there was room for this in St. Lucia's music industry?
Well, from the time I was like 3 years old, I used to sing. My father used to play music at home, and apart from my siblings, I would be the only one sitting by the speakers because I really liked how the music made me feel, to a point where I think my brother, he mashed up my father's speaker and they blamed me, and my father believed that because I'm always by the speaker. So I continued singing, like I would do karaoke, sing at home, like people would get tired of me because I would always be singing.
How could anyone get tired of that voice?
So yes, I sang in primary school. I remember singing the national anthem in primary school. They would always call me up to sing the national anthem. In secondary school as well, I took part in competitions. I did junior calypso. I sang at little events. They would call me to sing at events. And yeah, I think it was from karaoke that like my journey really began, because I got to meet a lot of people, and that's when I joined the Spectrum tent. I met a man named Kenny. He asked me to join the tent, and then I started singing on stage and meeting new people, and then I was introduced to a manager who made me do the Creole song because I love Sesen Descat. And you know, young people, as you said, they don't really speak the Creole. So singing that song, covering it, made me bring out the youthful vibe to it, you know, so other people can join and sing along, you know.
I think it's so important that you mentioned that it was people who started reaching out to you when they heard your voice to really bring you into the tent, bring you onto the stage, because I mean, as young people, we have to admit that we need what we call the old heads in society to, you know, show us the right way to get into these places, to get where we want to go.
Right, and I totally agree. But I know you said that from since 3 years you started. So would you say that singing has been a part of your life for as long as you can remember?
Oh yes, I think I used to sing in my mother's when I was a fetus as well, but I don't remember. Yes, it's just something I didn't learn. It was just within me, you know. When God bless you with something, you don't have to learn anything about it. You just give it out.
I mean, what an indication to part of your purpose on earth already if you're just born with such a beautiful voice. Oh my goodness.
Right. A talent I don't have. I can't sing. I don't try to sing. But it's good that you have the talent and you're using it, because most times with young people, they have it, but they don't want to show it, or they don't feel confident in showing it.
Yeah.
Was that something you had any challenges with, like going on stage and stuff like that?
You know, I would be like anybody else, you will feel a little bit nervous, but there are some people who will influence, like motivate you. Hey, you know, you have a good voice already. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just do what you have to do. Don't be nervous. You are great. You are enough, you know. It's good to have like people around you who motivates you to do things, you know. That's it.
I think that's something we definitely have to note, because yes, we are young people. Like I said earlier, we are young people. We have the great ideas, but we can't ignore the fact that we need the push, we need the assistance, we need the guidance, and you definitely got that.
Yes, and even if you don't, people don't believe in you, just believe in yourself. You know, one person like it's don't which young people. If you have a heart towards something, you love doing something, don't worry about others who tell you cannot do it. It's a lie from the devil. That's a lie. The devil is afraid because he knows that you can do great things. So it's a lie. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself before you allow anybody else to believe in you.
I can tell from the way that you're speaking, you know, you're
message
very
there.
passionate about music. Is that something that you harness while making your songs, that passion, the same way you looked into the camera and told them, hey, harness your talents? Is that something that you do in the studio or when making music?
Yes, I do. And like the music, it always comes from my heart. I don't do music just for making music sick. I do it from the heart. I'm inspired with the things around me, and I write. I pour my heart into everything I do. So when you do what you do, just give it your all and pour your heart out, you know, and then it will reach where it has to reach. It will reach the airs that it has to reach, you know. It will make the impact that it has to make.
All right, guys, I know we've spoken a lot about Omega's music, and you guys are at the edge of your seat to hear the music that she's talking about, especially with her mentioning that she's really pouring her heart out into this music. So let's check out one of her recent releases.
I've been bad, Lord, I'm ashamed of what I have done. You said love your neighbors as yourself. I did that to no one. I fell down, sprawled to the ground when I didn't listen. Now I know that you are my king. I will praise you. When I need a miracle, I just know what to do. I'll get down on my knees and words will start flowing. I'll get my breakthrough. If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me. Will come to save me. If my name was danger, I know you still love me. but bad news. I got lost, couldn't find my way when my faith was weak. Now I know that you are my king. I will praise you. I need a miracle. I just know what to do. I'll get down on my knees and words will start flowing. I'll get my breakthrough. If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me. Will come to save me. If my name was danger, I know you still love me. And I give up and I said I am done. You help me get up, get back on my feet. You Lord, and you never fail. You are worthy. You are the King of kings. You are the Lord of lords. We worship and depend on you. You are glorious, Lord. You the King of kings. You are the Lord of lords. We worship and depend on you. You are glorious, Lord. When I need a miracle, I just know what to do. I'll get down on my knees and words will start flowing. I'll get my breakthrough. If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me. If my name was danger, I know you still love me. And I give up and I said I am done. You help me get up, get back on my feet. You Lord, and you never fail. You are worthy. If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me. Will come to save. If my name was danger, I know you still love me. And I give up and I said I am done. You help me get up, get back on my feet. You Lord, and you never fail. You are worthy. All the lies and all
Chills. Absolute chills. I mean, I'm so happy that your talent was identified so early. I mean, if I heard a 3-year-old belting out like that, I would say, Beyonce, move out of the way. Wow, the world really needs to open up the stage for you. How did you even come up with these lyrics? You offered such powerful lyrics in the song.
Yeah, so at the time I was going through some stuff, you know. I felt that I was not enough. Like, I felt like giving up, you know, when I wrote that song a few years ago, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, by the way. And at that time I was going through something, and I cannot tell you exactly what, because I can't remember, but I know I was going through something. And I got the melody from a dream, because I'm an afternoon sleeper. Yes. I got the melody from a dream, and when I woke up, I recorded the melody on my phone before you forget. So people, if you like ever have, like, if you think of a melody, just record it on your phone because you're gonna forget. If you don't want the melody, send it to me. I'm gonna make a song out of it. Anyways, yes. So I started vibing to with the melody, and those lyrics came like, "If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me."
That's
and I was speaking about like God, because no matter what you've done, no matter who you are, He will get you out of the situation, because His love is unfailing, unchanging, and unlimited, guys. And the lyrics just started flowing, and the song was born. Worthy.
Yes, but if my memory serves me correct, Omega, you were a soca artist, and I mean, this is a far cry from soca music.
What we expected.
So what kind of inspired that transition from that genre to what you sing now?
Yes, I was a soca artist, yes, guys. But over the years, I realized that like the role music can play, like in terms of it making an impact and influencing others. So I wanted to be a positive like person to you know, the word is not coming, to influence young people through my music, because a lot of the thing that is happening now is because of the music that is being listened to by young people. Some of those young people, they grow up in like homes that are not, how would I say it?
Conducive to their growth.
Yes, conducive to their growth, and you know, they need that figure in their life to motivate them to do great. So I just decided to use my talent, you know, what I love, to influence others to do good.
You know, speaking of influence and positivity, I know there's been some pretty big things happening in the realm of youth and sports development in St. Lucia. So let's check in with the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports for some more on that.
Thanks for joining Crossroads tonight. My name is Randy Joseph, and this is everything happening with the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports.
In keeping with this episode's theme, Women as Agents of Change, we begin by congratulating Julian Alfred on her outstanding performance at the NCAA Division I Indoor Track and Field Championship.
Softball starts on the men's side in both heats. Let's see if the ladies are a little more patient. Good start by Mays, also by Alfred. It's Alfred in lane 2 running away from it, and Mays maybe just held off Grace Stark.
The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports continues to host its after-school netball program for children aged 8 to 16 years at the VG Complex, Monday to Thursday and on Saturdays.
Today we're getting ready for a netball festival and skill display. This festival is going to be held on the 16th of April.
The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports has engaged in training of youth workers and young people across the island, sensitizing them on safeguarding.
So we decided to do a 3-day training to look at safeguarding and what exists currently in St. Lucia. Look at the gaps and how we can better serve young people. So we engaged in that training, and part of the outcome was to have at least a draft safeguarding policy. I'm proud to say that we do have such a document, and we're hoping that we can get some resources to further develop the document so it can become a national safeguarding policy for St. Lucia.
Some great work being done by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, I must say, helping our young people grow in all facets. One point in the video, it highlighted various facets from sporting to youth development and to education. So now, but we still have Omega with us, guys, and we want to get them involved in the conversation just a bit more. So just to let you know, the Zoom platform is open. You can funnel your questions in through Facebook as well, and we will get to them and we'll put them to Omega for you. But just to get back to you, I think you said a lot of important things. One key thing that I remember is that you said Cécile Descartes kind of inspired you. I would want to know why her, why Cécile, why not anyone else, why her? And I'm not trying to disrespect, you know, the mother of culture, of St. Lucian culture, but why did she resonate with you? I think that's a better way to put the question. Yeah.
Why not her? She, like, given that like not many females are in this like aspect of the Creole music, Cécile Descartes left a mark. You know, Cécile Descartes, she's dead, may she rest in peace, but her song is still being played. Her song has left an impact on many persons, including young persons like me, so why not?
Hey,
I'm loving that.
Why not?
My fault.
Karim, you have to tread lightly with these questions. All right, a question for me. I'm going to pretend I'm at home typing up my little question in the forum. But like I said earlier, being somebody with a very unique name, your name really resonated with me. So I just wonder, is there a story behind the name, or your parents just saw the greatness coming? Like you said, you were probably singing in your mom's belly.
Okay, my mother has 7 children. I'm the last child. Omega means the end, the last. So my auntie, she's a nun, so she named me Omega.
Your auntie called it right there. She said, no more nieces and nephews. I'm good.
Yeah, Omega matches me perfectly.
I can tell you definitely have the presence, let me tell you.
Yeah, but I can't help but say that, you know, Omega, people would most likely say Omega. And what I'm saying is that you have a very big personality, you know, even through your music. Do you think that name, you know, some people believe in like you've given a name and then you have to live up to it. Do you think that name perfectly suits you with what you're doing right now?
Yes, like before, I did not like my name because I would be teased, omega free, omega fish, or like I would be teased. But now, I accepted that because Omega means greatness. You know, I was born to be great. God blessed me, you know. So the name matches me perfectly.
I certainly agree. The name matches her perfectly. And I mean, so many artists have to struggle for so long to decide what is going to be their stage name. So you just went with your actual name.
My actual name. I have to own it. It's my name. I have to own it.
For sure. All right. So I know you've mentioned that your musical journey has certainly been wonderful, but I can only imagine that the past 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic might have put a damper on things. I mean, we hadn't seen Carnival for so long. We didn't see the Calypso shows. We didn't see the events happening.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you? And at any point, did that make you wonder, you know, should I be continuing with music?
Like I said before, I was born to the music, so nothing can stop me. It's sad that some people lost their job, but I was employed because my writing skills were, you know, being put to action at the time, you know, and I must say that I operate better when there's silence, complete silence. So the birds were chirping outside that day, and a lot of my projects will be released in that will be released in the future. It was inspired from the pandemic because I was able to write. Like I said, I operate in silence, so that was just a beautiful thing for me. The pandemic. I don't ask for another pandemic, but
please.
You like some more quiet.
Yeah.
Yes, I like quiet. I can be loud, but I like the quietness, you know.
Girl, with a voice like that, you are very welcome to be loud whenever you need to.
Yes. Now I don't really want to come back to the Cécile thing, but you know, something I noted, you said she's your inspiration, but with Wildy, if my memory serves me correct, I don't remember Cécile being a gospel singer. So is there any other person that you maybe have, you know, you did take inspiration from, or any other person that may have inspired you?
Lauren Daigle, Elaine. Because these two, Lauren Daigle matches my style of music, the contemporary gospel pop. Because when some people hear gospel, they will think of a song, "Then sings my soul," but Lauren Daigle will be like, "Then sings my soul," you know, to like bring like the fun out of the gospel music. Gospel doesn't have to be boring, guys. It doesn't have to be. Elaine, her lyrical content and her just the way she sings, Elaine is a gem. And you know, I get advice from Elaine all the time. You know, when I feel down, I message Elaine. I'll tell her, "Hey Elaine, I'm not really feeling this. Elaine, I'm feeling, what do you think about this?" And then she'll say, "Omega, you're good. Just do what you have to do. You're great. You're talented and you're worthy."
Women helping other women, women uplifting other women. I love to see it. But I'm just in awe right now as to how she's just transitioning into this voice. We're getting a whole performance right now. She's speaking, she's hitting the notes. Girl, you weren't even joking when you said you are truly blessed with this voice. This is really a gift.
Thank you.
It is really a gift. I'm kind of jealous, actually.
You're shaking.
He's shaking. It's the chills. It's the chills that we're getting. I can't help but wonder. I know you mentioned your dad being involved with music. Do you have any other siblings? Is there a choir going on at home sometimes?
Oh no, like well, I'll say one of my sisters can sing, but like I don't think it's her thing. Because sometimes you have the talent, but you rather go to another direction. So yeah, I'm the singer in the family.
So, with all the previews you've been giving us during the interview, I would do it, but I can't. But I was just wondering, is there what can we see from you this year? Is there any new music on the way this year?
We're currently working on some projects for you guys. I do not want you guys to learn it out of me because I can't do that. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys, for more music. You can reach me on Instagram, Omega Music 758, Facebook, Omega Music 758, YouTube, Omega Music 758.
Very consistent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know you mentioned that other women in the industry have been very important to you along your journey and offering you guidance. What if there's a young singer out there watching tonight? I know you've been offering some very powerful words to the youth. If there's a young singer watching who's wondering if you would want to be of assistance to them, would you be open to that kind of communication, and how would they be able to reach out to you?
Omega Music 758. Omega Music 758 on Instagram. If you want any advice, I'm not perfect. I'm not the best. I don't know everything, but the little information and the little advice I have, I can share it with you.
So I know, just to not to cut you off. Sorry.
No, that's good.
But you spoke about having people that helped you through your journey. So I was just wondering, sometimes people have the talent, but they don't try to really help the next person coming up for various reasons. Have you kind of reached out to people, or have people reached out to you? And what kind of relationship do you have with upcoming artists or people who want to harness their talent?
I remember there was this guy, I forgot his name. I was at work at the time, and he came to me and he was like, "You sing?" And then he was like, I was like, "Yes, I sing." And then the guy asked me for advice. He said he really wants to sing and he really wants to learn how to sing. I said, "On spot, sing for me." He sang his little song, and I encouraged him. I told him like the notes he was hitting, and I set like a little time after work to teach that guy how to sing. So this is how I am open enough to help. All the things I know. Like some people, they're not. I don't know how to put it up, but some people they're selfish and they don't share with others. But I mean, if you see somebody, they want to do something, just influence them to do, like advise them to do. It's no point being being so selfish. This guy can be the next big thing, and then
Absolutely.
say, "Oh, I got advice from Omega." I forgot my name.
See,
I got
Karim,
advice from.
there might be some singing lessons coming up for you.
Yeah,
You know,
I might need to go
Omega
to
758. You
Yes.
know where to go.
Once you know how to put a melody together, you can sing. Everybody can sing. Sing any song. Just sing like one
On
line.
spot.
Just one line.
That's our one job. I don't really have the singing thing. I don't really have the singing thing.
All right, guys. So we're getting ready to wrap up with Omega, and we're actually gonna head into a quick commercial break. But this is an official invitation for you guys to stay tuned, because on this episode we're going to be starting with our giveaways, and we have 4 prizes up for grabs. So you have to stay tuned for us to let you know how you can get your hands on one.
Pas toucher bouchou, pas toucher zio, ouest caillou, ma wepio, protecte famille, quand ça caille trop, ou pas katan, police caille bao.
Couvert bouchou avant pousser, avant ouest et moucher, lavez les bouts et chavoublé, ouest caillou soublé. Comment c'est moi qui t'ai oisé, avec quoi mon ouest trois pieds, trois pièces mon cabouté, corona caille yo coup pied.
Fais la mort, hey, pas toucher zio. Pas toucher bouchou et try pas toucher nous. Social distance, 6 feet minimum. For more information, just dial 311.
What's the book are you? Please stay at your home. Coronavirus coffee Nico Al Capone. Can what take cause you even give you diarrhea? Practice good hygiene, corona can disappear. And what fire some? But virus la. But virus la. But virus la. And what fire some? But virus la. But virus la. But virus la.
She's been watching, waiting, wondering when the sands of time will give way to a tide of change, and for yesterday and today to become a new tomorrow. For a time when her sun can kiss the cheeks of your loved one and her stars can twinkle in her honeymoon skies. When her earthly embrace will reassure and calm your soul. And her unique view can change your whole perspective. Proudly, she has risen to meet new challenges and to provide safe harbor to all who reach her shores. For her hopes and dreams still stand, shoulder to shoulder, a precious reminder of experiences yet to come. So, wherever your moments and memories take you, let her sense of adventure set you free. She is Saint Lucia. Let her inspire you.
Welcome back. In all the excitement and my own rendition, we forgot to thank Amber Rose for coming through for the. Sorry,
See, he's already
I'm
giving
already previewing our next guest, but I would like to say a big thanks to Omega for coming through, and we're going to be joined by 2 beautiful women. 2 entrepreneurs, 2 young entrepreneurs, 2 young female entrepreneurs by the name Amber Rose Harris and Edissa Eugene. So just welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
All right, guys, I'm sure you could see Karim is shaking in his boots by the amount of feminine presence and beauty on this stage right now. So let's give him a second to grab himself, gather himself, put himself together, But good evening, ladies. Y'all are looking amazing. Welcome to Crossroads. All right, so before we head into the interviews, I know you guys did put in the extra time to ensure that you gave St. Lucia a proper introduction to who you are and what you do. So let's take a look at that right now.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ambrose Harris. I am 16 years old and I hail from St. Lucia. I am the co-founder of Biofuels St. Lucia, a company in the Eastern Caribbean that creates biofuels.
So we're kicking things off with Amber Rose, and we actually met a couple years back when you were starting your journey with your, what did you call it? It's not just biogas. What did you call it again?
Biofuels.
Biofuels. So you guys know that pesky seaweed over on the beaches, on Kazaba Beach especially, she's making an amazing product out of it. So Amber Rose, I'm just saying that as a woman involved in science and interested in science back in, my science fair days, it's so amazing to see you taking this real world issue and turning it into something so beneficial. I mean, even right now, people are worried about gas prices.
Right, that's right.
So how did you come up with that idea?
Okay, so I came up with the idea through a competition called the Next Big Inventor competition, which was held at Leonis Comprehensive, where I attended at the time. We were required to create a product using seaweed to address the Sustainable Development Goals. So I think I chose goal number 7, which would be clean and affordable energy, and to use seaweed into biofuel, to use seaweed to turn it into biofuel.
Okay, so shameless plug here. Thank you so much for mentioning that you went with Leon Hess, because, come on, I'm even wearing green tonight. So shout out to Mr. Lubo, shout out to all the staff at Leon Hess, and the staff, the teachers, everyone over at Leon Hess is always pushing the students so much to get everybody into science. I know they're huge on science over at Leon Hess. I mean, I feel like I was dragged in before I even entered the school from the time I got the pastoral common entrance. Science. But that's amazing that you mentioned that that's how you started this journey, and it's been years now and you've been developing your product and you've gathered yourself.
Yeah, I think so.
You ready to join the conversation?
I think I am ready to get back into it. So we've introduced Amber Rose. We also have the amazing Edisa Eugene here with us tonight. So I just want to welcome you, and before we get into the thick of it, we just want to play a little introductory video so St. Lucia can see who you are and what you do. Well, I guess the video is stuck in transition. So can you just before
Karim. I tell y'all the beauty is overwhelming, Karim, right now. All right, I think we're ready for the video now.
Hi, I am Edisa Eugene, and I am the owner of E-Bamboo Creations, locally crafted, naturally inspired.
what are barriers when you're a woman with a great idea? I see you are handling those tools like a professional, sanding and everything. Girl, you know, all power to you. Because how did you even identify that need? How did you even decide, yes, this bamboo thing, this is gonna work for me?
Okay, so like Amber Rose, it all started at a competition. At the time I was at A-level, and there was a GEW competition, GEW, which stands for Global Entrepreneurship Week, which took place at the Sir Arthur Community College. At the time, of course, I attended the Viewford Comprehensive A-level department, and I took up the initiative to be part of this competition, where I tried to brainstorm, and I came up with the idea of just dealing with bamboo. And why? Because I realized there was a lot available. I really liked to look around. I realized, hey, you have that at your disposal. Why not use it? And everybody else was into either calabash and woodwork. I'm like, girl, let's be unique. So I decided to come up with my bamboo bottles, which was my first product, where I designed one specifically for your hot beverages and the other for cold beverages.
So the bamboo keeps the things like a thermos?
Okay, bamboo, knowing that it's already a natural product, it really doesn't need anything in order to keep your drinks cool. So what I did, I designed a cover which would just keep your beverages fresh and refreshing.
So how did you...
I'm always so blown away by how people come up with their business ideas.
You just looked at bamboo and you said, hey, let's try to put tea and juice inside the bamboo. So kind of just maybe walk, I know you said you just saw it there, but was this like to solve a problem, or that's just the innovator in you that came
Maybe
from?
she has those new Tesla glasses,
Maybe.
helping her identify these resources.
Let's say a mixture of both. Okay, so first, of course, I just went with the idea of bamboo because, hey, I wanted to be unique. But continuing on this journey, I was like, Edison, you really are contributing to the community in terms of everybody's now contributing to going green. And of course, when you are eco-friendly, it prevents air, water pollution as well as noise. So hey, I took up that initiative to just continue in business to give back to my community.
Nice. I can't help but notice that both you have green solutions. And just to bring it to Amber Rose back just for a second, sargassum into fuel. We have bamboo into cups, mugs, right? Now we have sargassum into fuel. Walk me through seeing sargassum and thinking fuel.
Okay, so it was a lot of research, testing. We found, like, researching a product that could be made from sargassum, it was a lot of edible stuff. Now, I mean, the solution's not going to sit and actually eat like sargassum chips or something like that.
Right now.
So it was kind of a lot of every night sitting in front of a laptop. What can I make out of sargassum? And then I came across being able to use algae to make fuel, and then learning that algae and sargassum has similar properties. So then actually turning my research around now and trying to like going into science and going and search like the chemical properties of sargassum and that kind of thing, just to find out whether or not I can really pull this off and make fuel out of sargassum.
I can't help but note that you two are doing such great work, but you're still managing to stay so humble because you're explaining these things like, yeah, this is just such a simple thing, but when I see sargassum seaweed, I feel like I can't go and bathe in the seawater, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna make a spaceship fly with this stuff. So that's a grand idea to have.
Yeah, it really is. I'm still, you walk through the process, but I'm still there like, how? You know, like, so I would assume that it's is it a difficult process to get sargassum into fuel?
I wouldn't say difficult because we have managed to do it on a home scale level. So like you can stay in your kitchen and do it, in all honesty. I will not tell you how, but you can.
Yeah, we have to keep those secrets trademarked, you know? We have to keep those secrets.
So, but in terms of doing it on a laboratory level, it's a lot of equipment which needs to be purchased. So.
All right, well, are you guys excited seeing, well, did you tune into the last episode of Crossroads is the big question, because if you did, you should be very excited about the initiatives that the government has coming in terms of the youth economy. And I think there's an incubator coming up for the youth economy as well. And Edisa is already on page of that, so we can see she's already ready to go with that. So Amber Rose, we're gonna need you to get on that.
So is that something that when it does come, you'll be looking to take advantage of?
Actually, you're a little bit late on
You're a little bit late.
It's probably too late.
I'm signed up. I will be part of it.
How about you, Amber? Have you?
But it's something that I would love to look into.
Give Amber some time, we'll check her tomorrow.
Okay.
She would have signed up already, I can tell. All right, ladies. So earlier in the show, as you could see, we had Omega, and she had some very strong messages for the youth. And not to put you on, well, you're already on the stage, but you know, not to put you on the spotlight right now, but I feel like each of you in your own industry, in your own way, would have a strong message coming from your story. You, I mean, girl, handling those tools, let me tell you, I love that. I feel like we need a female Bob the Builder now or something. Women can do woodwork too, guys, come on. And Edisa, I'm still on you.
Yeah, it's easy.
Amber.
You confused now.
The beauty can catch me too, Karim. You know, women can identify the beauty of others.
Sure.
So, what would you say to a young woman, maybe another young woman who's at Leoness right now, you know, who has an idea and isn't sure how to go about it? So let's start off with Elisa.
Okay, so first of all, like you mentioned, I think we need an order Bob the Builder. So, women, starting off with my women, don't be afraid to handle any heavy equipment. Men make us believe like, you know, you're too much of a girly girl for this. It's really not true. You just have to remain focused, put your mind to it. Really and truly, whatever you want to accomplish in life, you will. And talking to everyone in general, if you have an idea and you wish to go into business, a lot of patience is required. It doesn't come easy. However, as I said earlier, you need to remain persistent, you need to be determined. All of it just needs to come into play. Also, one thing that I also like to mention is prayer. You need to pray in order for God to work upon you, send you a little more creative ideas, and just put Him first in everything that you do.
All right, and Amber Rose?
Well, like Edisa mentioned, to pray about your ideas, that's the first thing I believe you should do. If you have an idea, don't just give up on it because it doesn't seem like it's working. Not everybody will support you, but the one person who supports you does matter. I think that's all.
All right, ladies. So, kicking off from that positive note, I know we told the viewers before we went to our last break that we are starting with our giveaways on today's episode. So let me just fill you in on how you could get involved in that. So all you have to do, listen, right? There's only two things you have to do. You have to go on Facebook and like the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports' page, and you have to subscribe to their YouTube channel. You heard that. Very easy. Two things. And up for grabs, we have 4 KFC vouchers. 4 KFC vouchers, so you could walk up to the counter, no cash in hand, and still walk out with whatever your order is that day. So guys, stay tuned because we will be continuing with Edisa and Amber Rose when we return. I know you guys probably have your own questions as well, so don't be afraid to send those in the comments, send them in the Zoom, and we'll be right back.
Meet Michael, a college student, and his older sister Michelle. Both siblings have dreams of becoming entrepreneurs, but are uncertain of where they should start and lack opportunities to develop their entrepreneurial skills. Gateways to Global Careers is a new groundbreaking program at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Endorsed by prominent universities and organizations, the program provides you with hands-on immersive training in running your own business. Participate in workshops, seminars, internships, and more delivered by our world-renowned experts, catered toward improving your innovative and entrepreneurial abilities, structured to fit around your schedule, whether you are a working professional or a student. Secure your future now. Sign up for our Gateways program here at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Learn more about Gateways to Global Careers. Visit our website www.salcc.edu.lc.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. As you could tell, we did not make you wait too long to come back to the discussion with Adisa and Amber Rose, who are making strides in their own industries, especially as very young women and really dominating in their fields. So just to continue off from where we were, I know you guys said you were listening attentively while Omega was speaking, but with her mentioning that she was so in love with Cesen Descartes, I can't help but wonder if either of you have women, maybe in your industry, in your community, in your life in general, that you would say really inspire you in what you're doing.
Okay, I can begin. I would say it's my mom. The reason for this is because this lady actually shows me that she is working very hard, working very hard to give us everything that we need. Even now that I'm an adult, she still does it. And so she just continues to remind me like, hey, Edisa, you need to work for what you want. You need to work, keep on trying. It could be as hard as you think it is, but you just need to do it.
And what about you, Amber Rose?
I would say my mother, like Edisa said, for the exact same reasons, because she always pushed me to try to do better, to do as the best as I could. She was always my biggest supporter.
I feel like Caribbean parents are very much well known for ensuring that their kids know, yes, it will be difficult, but that's not a reason to give up.
That is true. And I can't help but notice that both of you said putting in the work. I just wanted to know, how difficult has it been to kind of establish your brand? You have eBamboo. I know you're in the process of setting up your business, but can you just speak to how difficult that has been and how any challenges that you have faced in the journey so far?
Okay, sure. First of all, I need to mention that it wasn't that difficult, really and truly, because I got guidance from the start. After the competition, of course, my first trade show, I was given the opportunity by the Ministry of Commerce, and I met this awesome young lady who worked there, who just continued to help me with marketing and everything. And at the time, I was only 17, so I was a bit young in order to get my stuff together. However, as soon as I turned 18, I got back on the ground. And so only age, I believe, was a barrier at the time, but as from then, it has just been a smooth process. So I was able to get my name. I had my name, so get it registered. I'm a fully registered business now and everything, and I get the opportunity to do my training sessions with Sedu, and I'm well on my way.
Nice. So your brand is well established,
Yes.
And is that something that you would want to do, establish your brand, create your business? Is that something that you're looking to do as well?
Of course, yes. The only issue, like Edisa said, is age right now, because I'm currently 17, and registering a business down here, you need to be 18 and older.
I feel like it's very important that this was mentioned on Crossroads, because we have some very important ears listening to these challenges, and these are the people who will be able to make the necessary changes. So possibly with the youth economy, maybe something that they need to consider is allowing people to register businesses maybe from the age of 16.
Right, I think it would be a good recommendation.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. So putting myself back in the zone of maybe somebody in the chat who is thinking about questions. Had you not decided to go on this journey, had you not decided to be an entrepreneur? You know what, maybe you didn't decide on this specific industry. Is there anything else that you were eyeing, you Edisa, other than bamboo? Was anything else catching your eye? And you, Amber Rose, any other technological developments in that great mind?
Okay, for me, part-time, right now I actually do pastries and stuff. So if I wasn't a full-time entrepreneur, I would actually be doing pastries. I would want to work in the kitchen. However, right now, as I am a full-time entrepreneur, I am actually on the way of becoming a clinical psychologist. So I'm pretty much balancing the two.
Let me tell you, women don't know what that word barriers means at all. We ended that, we abolished that a long time ago. What about you, Amber Rose?
Probably a baker, not really technological, but a baker, or probably a hairstylist. I don't know, I like hair.
Nice. But you two both spoke about kind of branching out. I know you probably have a love for bamboo at this point in time, but have you tried to explore any other different raw materials that you can make other sustainable products out of? Is that something that has crossed your mind at all?
Okay, so I have actually attempted using calabash, but as of right now, I'm not really good at it, but I'm getting there because I am trying to see how I could incorporate some other raw material with bamboo.
Okay.
And for you, have you looked at any other, or you just kind of stuck on sarcasm?
I have looked at others, like other raw material that can be used to make biofuel, but it's not as sustainable as sargassum because it'll be stuff like corn and these kind of things, and then the demand for food would be greater than.
See, that's a very important thing to note, because even with you identifying the issue of us needing, more sustainable fuels, you're still keeping in mind that, okay, we don't want to cut our food out, especially with both of you being interested in food-related industries. You don't want to cut someone's breadline. You don't want to, you want to ensure that people are still eating, but we're moving forward as a society as well.
I kind of posed this question to Omega as well, but I just want to put it to you guys. Have you gone back into your schools or communities to try to, or are people interested in what you're doing, and have they came up to you guys and have you kind of provided them with some advice? Or are you open to that?
Okay, I am actually working on this project where I have to distribute my letters tomorrow, where I am going to be placing some bamboo bins in my alma maters, which is Sufre Comprehensive, Sufre Primary, and I'm looking at Sufre Infant as well.
Oh my gosh, round of applause for that.
It says looking at a lot of things.
Yes.
This project mainly targets plastic, where only plastic items will be going into this bin, and I'm looking to contributing these bottles to the recycling project that Massey Stores will be having, or is having right now. Also, I have organized workshops now where I am going to teach persons how to work around bamboo, of course, showing you what you need to know and advising you on the benefits of it. So this is what I have on the table as of now.
Right. Amber Rose, this question has been in the back of my mind for a couple of minutes now, but you're also a member of Girl Up SLU, and I was so excited when I saw them starting off their platform on Instagram. So to anybody wondering what I'm talking about, could you just let us know a bit about what Girl Up SLU is?
Okay, so Girl Up St. Lucia is a club all about female empowerment, basically, like we've spoken about a lot tonight. Basically, like, just uplifting people, connecting people who want the same purpose. The club is not only open to girls. We have male, probably about 3 or 4 male members right now. The club was started like really recent, probably towards the beginning of February, and I'm really proud of how it's going so far. We have like 44 members right now, and we're looking to do so much before the year ends, so much in store. I can't speak of right now because we're finalizing plans, but yeah.
All right.
nice.
Seems like you might have a fourth male member.
I will. But we actually have a question in from our audience. For you, Amber, they're actually interested in knowing what has the fuel used been.
How has the fuel been used for? The beauty is capturing.
Right.
Karim, you're gonna have to come
Right.
with shades for the next episode.
Probably. But what has the fuel been used to power? Any at all? Like, has it been used to power vehicles or anything like that? Or have you got into that stage?
Well, in the next Big Inventor competition, we were trying to source an engine, a motor, I don't know if I'm using the correct term, to actually test the fuel to see if it works. But we were to see if it would actually power a vehicle, but we were unable to do that. So we tested our fuel based on burning different stuff, burning different things, just to see like the difference. Because basically, if you light a fire with like paper versus if you pour gasoline on the paper, that's two completely different stuff. So like it was versus this versus that, like just the raw material versus the fuel. Yes, to see what the combustion was like, what was the byproduct of the combustion, just to ensure that the fuel, because the whole point of biofuel is that it releases no harmful emissions. So just to that, okay, we're telling you the fuel does not release like carbon monoxide and stuff like that. So just to know that we're not telling the people lies.
And we also have a follow-up question coming in for you. Well, it keeps in line with what you were just explaining, but they're wondering, what was the testing phase like when you were developing your product?
Okay, so that's basically what I just spoke of in terms of burning different articles, just to see what it was like. We're looking to do actual laboratory testing because, like I said, the product has only been made on a home scale level. So our next step would actually be to go into a laboratory and actually make the fuel on a laboratory basis and test it out.
Nice. I also want to kind of throw a question to you, Edisa, as well, because was it on your first try that you
realized that the bamboo could keep temperatures?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because after that I just kept on going, because when I realized that's when I diverted to bamboo mugs and bamboo cups. So yes, it was on my first try.
Yeah, but more so what I was asking was how difficult was it creating it actually? Like, were there errors in the beginning, or just from the onset you just knew, okay, I know how to make it?
There were a few difficulties, especially when it came to the bottle. The thing is, making a cover out of bamboo is not easy. As you know, bamboo grows this way and some might grow that way.
Yeah.
So you need to identify, okay, which piece would actually fit in, and look at the right way to sand it out in order for it to be a proper and tight fitting.
Ahead of your journey into making your bamboo products, did you have any training, maybe in woodwork, or did you just identify what you wanted to do and decide, yeah, I'm going to learn these skills to get this product?
No, I never got any training. However, when I looked into bamboo, I knew this Mr. who works with it. And so, of course, I went to him for advice. I worked with him for a short while. My first set of products, he assisted me with it. And of course, when you are working with persons, you need to keep an open eye, observe a lot. Because there are certain things that they just won't share, but you need to see for yourself. And so this is how I just got everything, by observing.
Keeping those trade secrets tight. So when Amber goes in the kitchen, we have to keep a sharp eye for what's going on. She tosses the chemical X into there.
But I can't help but notice that the two of you are making tremendous strides. And I would just like to know, what are your future plans in terms of, I know you mentioned clinical psychologists, but in terms of this field, what do you see yourself in the future doing bamboo products?
Okay, as of bamboo products, of course I want to extend. So I am looking to have a walk-in store where persons could actually come in and purchase their products and sample them as well. Part of this store I want to design as a place for persons to make their own product and just learn about bamboo. They would have an aspect of just you having a tour. So this is just one of the things when it comes to me continuing with bamboo. Also, I want to divert into more of providing a lot of skincare products, as bamboo actually has a lot of benefits when it comes to the skin. So I'm looking into going that direction.
Nice. And again, I know you're just starting up kind of. So I think this would now be the perfect time to ask you this question. What are your future plans for this? Is this something that you want to get into?
Yes, of course. I want to see like my gas stations everywhere. You know, like you have Rubis, you have Sol. I want to see biofuels. I don't want to like you can tell this gas station to sell your gas and that kind of thing or something like that. I want to see my gas station. If you have one in Castries, one in Beaufort, one in Rodney Bay, that kind of thing.
Girl, I love that. The sky isn't even the limit anymore. I was going to say the sky is the limit, but it's really not. I mean, space tourism is becoming a thing, so we just have to keep advancing with the rate that society is advancing right now. Not to take away from the seriousness of the issue taking place over in Ukraine right now. I mean, our hearts are with the people of Ukraine. Over here, we're seeing people are very concerned about our fuels, our access to fuels right now. And I mean, at this time, is there any extra drive from you as an entrepreneur to make sure, my product is finalized, I'm ready to hit the market very soon?
Of course, because, maybe if like rules and that kind of thing weren't prohibiting me, I would, maybe say I would have a gas station somewhere. So,
Should have a gas station already.
If fuel is like $5, my fuel is probably like, I don't know, 2 something a liter. You can get double the amount.
And you're giving massive points.
Exactly. After groceries are expensive.
Yeah. So, like fuel is something that we import a lot of. So is it kind of in line with your plans that you want us to be self-sustained in fuel or is that?
Yeah, of course.
Because you said your own gas station, so I mean.
Especially because fossil fuels are well on their way to becoming extinct, and sargassum is something that you see so much of. I think the last heavy influx we had was in 2018, and I mean beaches were covered with seaweed because you have seaweed coming in like on a daily basis because it comes in with the tides. So if you could harvest that seaweed and do something with it, because I mean so many people are affected by these influxes. You have fishermen, you have people like, if you have a beach full of seaweed, it smells after a while when it starts to decay because of the gas that it releases. I mean, the tourists will not want to come on the beach. That affects our tourism. That affects our fishermen because it gets stuck in the propellers of the boats. It also affects like bars, beachfront proprietors, because the hydrogen, I don't want to get it wrong, the gas that the seaweed releases, it causes corrosion of metals. So if you have stuff like blenders and that kind of thing, you would find yourself replacing it a lot more. So it's really something that I want to look into, just to try to alleviate, to help others.
I know you mentioned that our last heavy influx was in 2018, so that's a couple years ago. Is the concern for you that maybe, should we finally get a handle on this sargassum seaweed issue, that your raw material might be diminished? Or are you considering maybe having a sargassum seaweed farm to fuel your company?
I don't want, like I said, I don't want to give out too many secrets.
Oh, okay.
But there are different measures that I have decided to put in place in terms of harvesting sargassum, just so that my business can be sustained all year round. Since sargassum is a seasonal plant, so it only comes like during like March to June, so that I can provide for my business all year round.
See, even out of her answering that question, I know that the best time to go to the beach now is not anywhere between March and June, so in July.
But I just want to throw this question out to Edisa. I know you mentioned, we spoke mainly about the mugs and cups, but what are some other products that you're into, like you make, and is there any other thing that you're looking to branch out in terms of the bamboo products?
Okay, so like you said, I have only mentioned the mugs and the cups. However, I do offer bamboo vases where you could put your beautiful flowers on your table, in your corner stands, wherever. I have bamboo straws, which is mainly our newest product right now, going quickly. If you have not gotten a straw, do so. Get rid of the plastic. I also have a unique product that nobody knows about. Well, you've never heard of it. Scrub-boo. Get it right. Say boo. Scrub-boo.
Scrub-boo.
Right.
Okay.
So Scrub-boo, it basically consists of a loofah, a natural loofah, which is used to exfoliate the skin when bathing. Of course, it will remove your dead cells and contribute to removing of dark spots. And with that, you have a bamboo attachment to hold when bathing. In addition to that, I am actually looking into branching out in providing bamboo charcoal soap bars, which would go into a package with our scrubbles. I forgot to mention, with our bamboo vase, we actually have decorated bamboo sticks. So, of course, if you have not gotten your decorated bamboo sticks, do so.
We have bamboo in the kitchen, we have bamboo on the go, we have bamboo straws,
Bamboo
everywhere. Bamboo is taking over the world.
Right.
All right, guys, at this time, we're working within the limitations, so we're just getting ready to wrap up the show, but I just want to give you a final chance to let the viewers know, after offering all that information on your businesses, it would be a shame if they couldn't reach out to you and connect with you in that regard. So let them know how they could contact you.
Okay, I could be contacted via WhatsApp by 712-1281. You could also call this number directly. Also, you could access our Instagram page, which is eBamboo Creation 758. Same name goes to our Facebook page. Also via email at ebamboo.creationslu.com.
And Amber, if there's any investors looking, or if there's any, other scientists for sure. If there's any other scientists out there, with similar ideas, probably wanting to collab with you on this great vision that you have, how would they be able to get in touch with you?
Okay, so via our website, which is sabiofuels.com, and also via email, which is sabiofuels@gmail.com.
Let me tell you, sis is on point with her branding. Karim, do you have a website?
No, I don't.
I don't have a website. We have to get on that. All right, guys, so we are so thankful to you young ladies for joining us here tonight. You both looked so lovely, but it's not just about the physical beauty, the internal beauty. You guys, your brains, your minds are just amazing, and with what you're offering, we can tell that St. Lucia's future is a lot brighter with the young ladies that we have taking charge of things right now.
Right.
Karim?
I think so, and I think we need more of that, actually. Women taking charge.
Oh, wow.
I'm a firm advocate of that.
You ready for competition?
We love an ally, let me tell you. All right, guys, so before we end things for today's show, I just have to let you know that, yes, the giveaway is on. All you have to do is like the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube page, and that's it. That's your chance to win a KFC voucher. We're going to be announcing the winners next week, so stay tuned to the Facebook page. You have to like it to be involved. Stay tuned to the Facebook page for more information on that. But that's it for me tonight. Karim, any final remarks?
I would just like to thank all the beautiful women for coming through this evening. Very insightful. Almost make myself feel a bit less of myself because I'm not any scientist, but I really appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate the audience for always tuning in. We will be back on, I think, the other Thursday. Not the one coming, the other one will be back. And so stay tuned, and we'll have more exciting people to bring to you guys. So stay tuned.
See you guys next time. Bye.